All right, guys. I'm on, okay? Everything is on, and I've posted the images, and everything is fine. So I know some of you, Natalie wanted to talk about Bannon, because Bannon's supposed to talk to the White House, right? Talk to the White House, talk to Mueller about the White House, or Barbara, I posted something on Patreon. It should go to you, okay? I don't know how to. You should maybe get I think when I post on Patreon, you get an email, okay? So it's just a kind of like an illustration-y kind of way to explain it without it being, because it's kind of like a complicated. Let me know if you got it, okay? It's just probably on your email if you can see it, okay? I mean, it's not necessary, but just something to look at. So anyway, so Natalie wanted to discuss Bannon, okay? And I think it would be interesting to see what's going to happen, whether he's going to actually talk in front of, because the House committee, what it does, but puts me out of the stream. What does it mean? I don't know what you're talking about, Maggie, but anyway. Okay. So anyway, so we can talk about that, okay? And like I told you guys yesterday, I got a new set of cards, 2 new sets of cards, and I was like, as I was like running around doing stuff, I was listening to like card meetings and so forth. And so I just for training, I pulled out, I said, oh, let me find out what's going on at the White House from the Trump's perspective, from what's going on in like what his staff's perspective, and then what news we're gonna get. Okay, so I just want to just quickly, okay, 5 minutes, just wanted to show you because I thought it was like so funny and so perfect. So anyway, so we have here with that, that set of cards, this is high honors, okay? Let me see if this is too bright. Yeah, I think this is it. So this is in Trump's mind. He's like always. Do you see me? Do you see, guys? I don't know if you can see me. I don't know if you're seeing this. Okay. Anyway, it's just what's on Trump's mind today. What's going on in the White House? This is just a quick question. Okay, so this is high honors. This is Trump thinking of himself. Okay, so he's thinking that he's gonna, he's the greatest thing in the world. Okay, and then this is a marriage card. I think in the sense of like. I think it's about his deals, the marriage. I don't think it's about Melania. It's about the deal and probably the deals that he has made, like how great he is, and receiving a gift. So I think he's like, people love me so much. I'm the greatest deals. People give me money just because they want to make deals with me. Diane, this is just an experimental reading about what's going on at the White House. So this is from Trump's perspective. So basically, he thinks he's the greatest. He's getting honors. It's like he's done deals. He gets money out of, as a result of like being the greatest. And then he goes to bed, okay? Short illness, but meaning kind of lethargy. So he's like lethargic. After a great day of like thinking that he's the greatest, he gets honors, he gets money through his deals. And then he gets tired and just goes to bed. Okay. So, oh my God. Anyway, so that's through Trump's perspective. But then it's fascinating because then you see what is going on through this staff's mind. So basically everybody around him on the White House. This is him. Okay. This is Trump. This is a court person. So they're seeing, oh my God, Mueller is getting close. He's really close. And they're like, it's a long way. It's going to be a long, wild ride. Like in the sense of like, it's going to be tough. And then the court, it says, not only is Mueller here, it's going to be a tough ride and the legal process. Okay. He's not going to escape jail. I mean, sorry, that's my wording. He's not going to escape having to testify, because he has all these connections, okay? So I feel like people in the White House actually understand. I think he is crazy, right? In the sense that he is not aware. It's like all about him. quoting exactly right. Ruth said these cards are so clear because I feel like I honestly didn't think. I feel like he's making it up. No, he actually believed these things. He actually believed that he's the greatest thing in the world. And but then the people around him are like Mueller is right there. Hello. He doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's from his perspective. It's like, wait, I have great honors. Like in his mind, he's like, in my mind, I just have the greatest honors. Like, when he thinks of himself, I make the greatest deals. I get gifts because people love me. And then he's feeling sick because this is brief illness. So I feel like he wants, like, I feel like brief illness, it could be that he is a little sick, but I think it means it's a person in bed. So he goes to bed. Like after he thinks he's the greatest, then he goes to bed and that's it. Okay. So then exactly. So then it's interesting because I asked, so what is the news that comes out to the world from the White House? Like, I feel like it's like his perspective, the perspective of his staffers, and then the world. Okay. So what's outside of I felt like maybe the question was what's in the news, but basically what's in the world about him. Okay. So letter, meaning indictment or subpoena, which I think was on the news today, actually. Okay. And then this is gaining a lot of money, but this card, gaining a lot of money, it doesn't look, I feel like it doesn't focus very well because it has a lot of detail. But basically, it's a card that it shows a person who, it's like a lottery card or money that you don't work for when you get like a ton of like money. Okay. And then sad news. Uh-oh. So it's getting like worse and worse for him. And because of Russia. So this is the Russia card. Okay. Exactly. And then Russia is in the White House. So it's interesting exactly. So I feel like I just wanted to show you quickly, guys, and maybe I could actually do it every, the beginning of the reading, just quickly, because it gives us an interesting perspective on what's going on, like how he thinks, how people around him think, and then what's the reality, essentially, like what's transpiring to us. Okay, what comes out. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this because I thought this was sort of illuminating in a way. Okay. So that's that, guys. What else? Oh my God. Crazy. So anyway, I also am working, some of you, I've shared with a small group the information about the meditation things. I'm kind of getting excited about this. I'm making edits so that I can share with more people. Okay, so in a few days I'll have it for everyone. It's kind of interesting. Okay, have we done Kellyanne? Yeah, Kellyanne is a good one, guys. Wasn't she in the news the other day, Kellyanne? Kellyanne, I don't know. I feel like I've read something about her. Oh, it was Betty DeVos. Betty DeVos that like her days are counted or something like that. Her days are out, like she's leaving soon or something like that. I read about it. So, yeah, oh my God, Kellyanne. Oh my God. Yeah, I think it's like, but yeah, I don't know who's worse. It's interesting, like what makes them, you know what I mean? These people, it's fascinating how horrible they all are. It's almost like, it's like a lab experiment. Okay, they can't be real. Okay, guys. So what would you guys prefer? I could do Bannon. I could do, either Kellyanne or exactly. What planet exactly would say? Guys, I honestly believe that it's almost like they're like the gateway to hell is in the White House. So it's very close. So it's like they all gather because they were like already going to hell anyway. They're like live over there. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just around here. So yeah, why not? You know what I mean? It's like they're like literally like they're right there. Feel like they're home. It's like, oh hell, oh that's right, I was on my way. I just, in the evening, I don't have a home of my own. I just go to hell and burn there at night and I come back. So, oh my God. Anyway. So, okay. Kami was thinking days before the election about, I don't know, Cynthia Allen wanted to know what You know, we could ask, we could do everything about Comey, but not, maybe not now. So, but this is a great, it's a great one, Cynthia. It's just more like I have to like think about it a little more. Maybe tomorrow, okay? Because I'm thinking this is interesting, but I have to like separate it in specific days. Okay. Because okay. Comey, okay. All right. Go to hell and burn it. Yeah, okay. So let's see. I know I feel like here's Bannon. I just want to do something that's in the news, or then Cambridge Analytica. We can do Cambridge Analytica, guys, if you want. I feel like I don't want to, you know, bore you with stuff, you know. Do you want to do Cambridge Analytica, or is it too dense, too complicated, or do you want to do Bannon, or whatever you want? Okay. Cambridge Bannon. Okay, Bannon. Okay, let's do Ban. Okay, you know, I feel like there was a half and half. Let's do Ban. Okay, Cambridge Bannon. Okay, you know what? I think we can do. Let's do Bannon. Okay, at first, because Bannon, in a way, it's a little simpler. Okay, and then we'll do. I'll do after, you know, towards the half. I'll do the Cambridge Analytica. I don't think Bannon's going to take the whole. Okay, the whole thing. And Cambridge Analytica, I think, will be more of like an introduction. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on with Bannon. What's on his mind right now, and is he gonna talk? Is he gonna talk to Mueller like next? So what is the question exactly about Bannon? I know he's gonna talk. What? Okay, this is the question. What is he gonna tell Mueller? Is it a good question? What's going on with him? Okay, what's going on with Bannon? A. B. When he talks to Mueller. I think he will. If you talk, okay, I think he will talk. He is gonna. I believe he will. Okay, so let's say it's gonna show if like is he gonna talk to Mueller? If so, what is he gonna say exactly? Well, what is this? It's more like what is it? Because he has to give something in order to get what is it called? In order to not be prosecuted. Okay, he needs to bring. I'm sure he's like, you have to bring something to the table, like hardcore. Okay, so I feel like what is he gonna give Mueller? Okay, because even guys, and you guys are asking, let's see if he's gonna talk to Mueller. Yeah, exactly. They want us to give up together. Exactly, because I think Mueller, it's not like you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna talk to you and then leave. No, it's like he needs to know. Not that I know a lot about, but that's what I've read, you know, from people who have. They're meeting next week. NBC reported. That's right. That's right. So okay, let's see here. What's going on in his mind? What are his plans regarding meeting? Okay, yeah, exactly. Ruth said he'd give it all. Everybody else has put him down, exactly. So he must have so much dirt on so many people. But I think Mueller, being, you know, extremely intelligent, I'm sure he must be like, you have to, you know, there has to be hot stuff, or otherwise it's like whatever. He's like, you're going to jail. Bye. He's like, do you want to go, you know, do you want to die in jail? Because this is, you know, these are the options for him, right? Essentially, if he doesn't talk, he's done. So anyway, so let's see what's going on with Bannon's mind. Like what's on his mind right now? What are his plans about Mueller, especially? And then A, and then B, is he going to talk to Mueller? And if so, what is he going to say? Like, what information is he going to give Mueller? Okay. And then what is going to happen to Mueller? I'm sorry, what is going to happen to Bannon as a result of the Mueller investigation, right? I think that's good. What's going to happen to him? So it's 3 parts, okay? And then the part about what he's going to say, I think would be a little bit longer, just because I feel like that could be interesting, okay? I believe I just feel like I'm pretty sure he's going to talk anyway. And then what is his fate after? Okay. Let's see how many 999. Yeah, let's see. I'll do a big one. Do I do a big one? I think so. Let's see what's going on in his mind. Bannon, Steve Bannon, Steve Bannon, Steve Bannon. Yeah, so Steve Bannon and Mueller investigation. Steve Bannon. What is he gonna say? Steve Bannon and the Mueller investigation. Steve Bannon. Okay, so let's see here. Steve Bannon. Yeah, he doesn't want to do it in the house. Yeah, because remember the other week there was this whole controversy where he had to testify, but he said he couldn't. Or there was this whole thing, like some conversation with the White House, something like that. We don't know. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. So Steve Bannon, Steve Bannon, Steve Bannon, Steve Bannon. So now I have so many cards I have to shuffle them. Okay, so Steve Bannon. Oh my God. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Steve, because I don't think anybody's gonna believe. Oh my God, guys, I forgot about this. Jackie said he'll throw Jared and Ivanka under the bus. I wish there was like a ticket we could watch. Can you imagine? I want to watch that. It's not like he's great, you know, he's by no means like a wonderful person. And I'm sure he is, you know, he is guilty of like hundreds of things himself. But like, can you imagine? I love this. I love this. Oh my God. But I'm sure, you know, and I'm sure whatever Mueller has, it's like, is real. You know what I mean? It's like, he only wants stuff that's going to take people down, like for real. Mumble. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. But guys, you know, maybe I should also do hope sometime, because I feel like last time the readings I've done about her, she talks. Okay. So I don't see, there's people saying that someone said, oh, she's not. I feel like she's stalked, or she's going to talk, or she has already talked. Okay. So, okay. All right, guys. So so what's going on with Steve Bannon's mind right now in terms of the Mueller investigation? What are his plans? Wow. Oh my God. I have to drink a cup of tea right now, guys, because he's going to say everything. Oh my God. Damn. Okay. So what is going on in his mind, and what are his plans? Okay. So this is a card of holding on to something, to what he has. Okay. It's also a card of like a person holding on to money, generally speaking, but this is holding on to what he has probably, and it's an opportunity. So I feel like he understands that this is his way out. Isn't that expression? His get out of jail free card, okay? So, okay, so that's that. Now, this is kind of crazy. I can't believe, like, and I'm like, almost like want to pray for him to not die before this happens. But like, he's going to talk about the alliances with Russia, the Russia connection. Okay. And this is a spy card, guys. Page of Swords. Okay, and this is a secret. So I feel like he's gonna say, and I feel like this is kind of crazy, right? It's like, it's insane because it's so risky for him. I worry about his life, honestly. I worry about him. I wonder if he has some sort of protection, because I'd be like so scared if I were him, because he's talking about the secret spies, hidden spies. Okay. Okay, that's it. Or maybe that's what Mueller asked him. You know, he was like, probably like, okay, so if you want to not go to jail, this is what you want. I need. Okay. And this is a card of prison. Okay. It's like a person who's stuck. In the 99% of readings, this is a mental prison. But in this case of these questions, it's actual prison. So prison because of the election. Okay. So people who, yeah, exactly. Okay. So I feel like this is prison. And I feel like, you know, I was going to say, in Portuguese, there's an expression, alguém tem o rabo preso. That means your ass is in jail. It's like preso, meaning it's stuck, kind of thing. No, your rabo meaning like your tail is is in prison, is stuck. Your tail is stuck, meaning sort of meaning something like this. Like, even if you don't go to jail, you're the people who are compromised, basically. Okay. Though the people who are compromised regarding the election. So, and if we look at these things together, okay, this is okay, so opportunity, and this is another even worse, like opportunity for Russia, secret opportunities that would help Russia with the election. Now that's pretty intense. It's like he's gonna tell everything, okay? Because this is the people card. Like he's gonna talk about the hidden people, and he's gonna talk about the shady. Because the prison card is not necessarily about a person, but it could be a circumstance. So whoever is involved in this is like in deep trouble. Okay, so that's very bad. Okay. So let me just pull out a few more cards here on the other deck that I like to see what else. But I want to kind of do one of those closed eye things because I feel like because I feel like it would be, I want to go there to where he is right now. Okay. Okay. So this is interesting, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna. Okay. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Well, I think Patty Joe is saying, I'm surprised Trump didn't try to keep his enemies closer. I think Trump has so many enemies, and he really does not understand the human condition on a deeper level. I feel like he knows how to use, he's a scammer basically, okay, but he doesn't understand, and he's also like a maniac. He doesn't understand that people want revenge. Like when you fuck them over like that, everybody, those kinds of people, they're all ambitious, they're all right. So it's like you mess with them, they want to, because he destroyed Bannon. Like imagine if you're like Bannon, you're like, have your liver probably barely exists. You're like, no, you're not going to last that much longer. What are you going to be like? Oh, I want to be friends with Trump. No, he's going to be like, po, boom, boom, boom. You know, exactly. But Trump, but imagine Patty Joe. It's like how many enemies, like, can you imagine Trump's mind? It's like he has so many enemies. It's ridiculous, right? It's like, how can you even keep in track of the people that you want to revenge for? Like, it's like he can't do anything. The whole presidency becomes about revenge. You know what I mean? It's like not even, you can't even get organized because there's thousands of enemies everywhere, right? So anyway, guys, so I want to show you this because what's going on, like this is the card of like what's going on in his mind. And this is like what, this is using those other cards. This is a person in bed. Short illness. It's possible. Why? Because I think he is sick. I really honestly believe that Bannon is kind of sick and he knows it, okay? And so exactly. Yeah, exactly. So this is interesting, guys. So he's sick and then he's thinking about a military person. This is interesting, right? So this is no, I can't see this. It's kind of annoying too. I don't know. Let's see if it's a little less bright if it shows. I might go dark, but then the image might show. Okay, just for a little bit. You can see military person. Okay, so I feel like this is Flynn. He's going to say something about Flynn, guys. For some reason, I'm getting the feeling, okay? So this is Flynn. Okay. I think this is Flynn. And then this is because who is the military person that has something compromised? It's Flynn, okay? So he's kind of sick, but he's going to talk about Flynn to Mueller because Mueller is right here, okay? And next to Mueller, we have Trump. Look at this guy. He looks just like Trump. The blonde guy with the gold. He's like a rich guy drinking wine. Rich, good gentleman. This guy's not gentleman, but it's Trump, right? It's like, look at the hair, even the little hair. Except for this guy is like skinnier. But yeah, so anyway, so then right next to Mueller is Trump. And then his thoughts. So I think, I feel like this is, and this set of style of cards, what it shows is that whoever is closest is like, it loses, how do you say it? The distance of the card matters, okay? So essentially, this is Bannon. He's kind of sick. He was going to talk about Flynn to Mueller. And then here is Trump. So Trump is worried. This is his thoughts. So he's like kind of thinking about it. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh my God, what is going to happen? So it's like Trump is thinking about it in the background. He knows what could come. Okay, what's going to happen? So that's what I'm surprised, the whole thing with Flynn, but now I'm getting it more. I feel like he knows something about Flynn, and that's why Trump is worried. Okay. Okay. So that's what's on his mind. Now, if you guys want, I can go. I'm just want to see. I'm going to go into. Just want to find out more about Bannon and what's going on in his mind, like right now, like what is going on with him. Okay. So guys, I'm getting. You know, it's funny. I'm going over to him or whatever, and I'm getting that he's like. He's like very sick. He knows he's very sick. He's aware of it. He doesn't know how much longer he has. He's like, but he's motivated. I can sense, you know, the bile in him. I can sense the anger, and that's what motivates him. He's very angry and he wants revenge. So he knows that the heart, like he has the sharpest. He's grabbing the sharpest knife, and he knows that the sharpest knife is the Flynn thing. And he knows some sort of documents or where they are stored, and whoever the people are who are, you know, he's saying like, you know, this person, that person, we're meeting with Flynn in this place or that place, and they talked about this and that, and these, you know, there's some sort of either a document or a place or something. Okay. No, but I think he will have time, because I feel like from his perspective, he's like, you know, I was on my turn or whatever. Like, this is he sees it as he's like mental, like architecture. He thought of everything, and the ideas are his. He believes that he's the intellectual, and he didn't get his recognition. He was like, you know, he was pushed to the ground or something, and that he was the one who should have been president. So because he knows it's over for him, like he can't do it, he wants to kill Trump. Like anger is everything for him right now. It's like that's what motivates him. He's so angry. He's so angry. Okay, and that's why he's not, how do you say it? He is not under any illusions. That's what I want to say. He's not under any illusions that, yeah, he's going for it. Exactly. He's like, boom, like, you know, not just boom, but like boom, 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 like whatever. It's like the sharpest knife, the biggest weapon, not just the biggest weapon, but the one that kills fast. Because, you know, for example, I know that in Brazil, for example, the snakes, you know, the serpents, the small ones kill more than the bigger ones. So it's kind of like this, like whatever is the fastest, the sharpest, that kills. Okay. And he wants to hurt Trump. Like it's not like a little thing. It's like he knows what is the worst. Okay. Oh yeah. He was involved in Cambridge, but I feel like the goal right now, guys, for him, and is like taking down Trump. And this is why Mueller wants him, okay, is taking down Trump. I feel in my body here, like right below the stomach, that's where it's burning. Maybe that's where he might be sick there too. I don't know, but I feel like he's sick above the spot of anger, right below the belly button or something. That's where he's angry. And right above, it's the illness that he has. Okay. Something, yeah, I feel like it's not functioning well. It's like kind of like dying, and it's swollen. He knows it's swollen. Okay. It's bigger, and it's something. I feel like he knows the body, even though he does, you know, he's not healthy, but he can tell that there's something is swollen and something weird. Okay. So, but at the same time, right below, that's where that's where, more than alcoholic, Diane, I feel like he's like has multiple things going on over there. Okay. At this point, he didn't treat it and it got worse. So basically what is driving him is this like is this baseline anger. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't think I have it personally, but it's like he's motivated by anger. He wants to kill. Okay, like literally, like he wants to not just kill, but watch to mobile. Exactly. So it's like, I don't know what it is. I can locate the place. I don't know if that's where it's located, but there's located underneath the illness. Okay. that he has right below. Maybe is the bile underneath below the liver? Maybe it is. I don't know. It's something here. I feel it's smaller. So anyway, so oh god, yeah. Oh, maybe it's just, I don't know. Something. I don't know exactly. So I just feel it burning, you know, like for him, like that's what's motivating him, and that's where he's going. All right. So okay. So that's that, guys. So we can move on to the next topic, which is pancreatic cancer. Maybe no, but guys, oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's kind of gross to say this, but I feel like I can see his liver, and his liver is literally disintegrating right now. And he has a couple of things. I think he has cancer and something else, like on top of it. It's like several different pathologies. And I'm like a doctor. Several different pathologies going on in the same organism. I don't know. No, I don't know what. Not Bannon. Yeah, no. But I feel like it's several things going on, okay, with him. All right, let me not get distracted. Exactly, kind of rotting away, sort of like that. Let me have some more tea, because now we're going to talk about, I feel like we already heard more about, these are the plans. Like, what is he going to talk about? He wants so badly, guys, to go to this meeting. He wants to talk. Like, he's going to talk, like, even if he's on his deathbed, he's going to talk. He wants to talk hard. Okay? It's not a matter of him not wanting. He wants to talk. To redeem himself, I think, from his perspective. He's like, I want to show them that I'm the good person here. You know, not just take him out, but like, not that he's a good person. He knows he's not a good person, but that he deserves some credit in some way, and that he would not have done what they did. Okay. All right. So let's see. What is he going to say? I'm going to pull two little things, because I feel like he's going to say several things. Okay. So, all right. So what is he going to say when he meets with Trump? Okay. What is he going to say? What is he going to say when he, no, sorry. What is Bannon talking, when he talks to Mueller, is he going to say? Like, what is he gonna? Okay, 1 and 2. Really? I said it that the Bannon's gonna die. Oh my god. I'm like, I don't know. You know, oh my god, it's kind of crazy. Oh my god. Okay. So let's see here what's going on. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So I feel like the first thing is going to talk about, okay? And this is, he's gonna shed light on two things that are hidden. Okay, it's pretty vague so far. And we have the death card here and the scythe together. There comes Bannon. Oh my god, you know, guys, this is so fun. It's not funny, but remember how Bannon goes on, what is it called? Saturday Night Live, the character was deaf and he had a scythe, right? I forgot there's a name, but it was like literally his character was deaf with a scythe. Remember? Isn't that crazy? Like, that was true. And it Grim Reaper, that's the name, exactly. Because in a way, it's kind of like actually giving me like kind of chill, not chills, I'm not getting real chills, but sort of like he became that character in the end. Okay, he does it, like whatever he talks, he kills people, and I'm Bannon. I say nothing, I just kill. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy because he has the scythe, like, I am Bannon. I just come. It's like, I come at the end and I kill. Like, that's it. It's like, he doesn't talk, he kills. Oh my god. I'm Bannon. Okay. I kill. And I kill. Imagine he's like dancing. Imagine Bannon dancing. like he had holding the belly, like, oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, so the hidden stuff, this is interesting. So the hidden stuff that comes to light is gonna kill. It's like it becomes like a weapon. Whatever. Whatever is like the side, he creates is like whatever he talks is like cutting and killing. It's a weapon. Okay. The more you hate someone, the more I don't know, actually, I don't know if it's true. Like I can't mimic yeah, I can't mimic, for example, Trump, because I feel like I can't watch him. He's so like, he's just so, there's not, I don't know. I don't want to talk about him. But anyway, so guys, so this is temperance upside down. So lack of balance and the network. Okay. So the hidden network that wanted to turn the world upside down. Okay. That's what I think. The shady network. Okay. The shady people. And here, the news. So I feel like the network becomes news. It's going to talk about it. And the plans that they had, they were sort of interrupted in some way, okay? Yeah, so, and also the stars, in a way, is a card of dreams. Or they dreams, not just the network, but it could also be the dreams that they had to turn the world upside down, become news. So it's going to come out, okay? So killing news, the news is a killer. Killing news. So literally, like, the news is going to kill the network, is going to kill the dreams, and these dreams or this network is hidden. So whatever he has is going to be a killer, like literally. Okay. Okay. And the other thing, and I asked, I pulled out more cards to see if there's something more specific. And I think this part is about money. So it's like the hidden people. Okay. I'm getting a feeling, guys, for some reason, that this is the religious, because this is a priest card. Okay. So this is religious people. I feel like it's something, he's going to say something about the religious network. I don't know. I have to close my eyes. I kind of feel like integrating this is kind of good to figure out more, but let me show you what the cards say. So we have something to work with. So, and this is a card of offers. So offers that he gave or like received, pending offers, okay, for the government. So I feel like this is another quid pro quo situation, but even worse, because this is more like bribery, because it's saying like, I'll get, do something for the government if you give me something. Yeah. So the child in the government. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll have to figure out more. I have to find out more. And I feel like this could be the quid. This is another card of like money upside down. So it's like he was supposed to get money, but didn't. A lot of money. There's a lot of money at stake here. And I feel like he might actually give figures. He might have something related to figures. I don't know what he knows or what he does. And I feel like okay, I have to close my eyes because it's coming. It's just like, let me just read all of this, because it's I feel like what the cards do now is like, they give me information. They give us a story, but it's more like, it's almost like open into a specific page, and then I can elaborate more with the intuition. But I feel like let's see what the cards are saying, because it's important. So this money becomes aggressive, right? So I feel like the money begins to dictate the policy of the government. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so there's a lot of conflict actually and aggression related to money. So this is the child in the government, making offers or getting offers to do things a certain way, which is like the policy, right? Changing the foreign policy a certain way. The child get lots of money if, right? This is the if card, in the sense of like, he has to do specific things. And the money people is aggressive. So money is aggressive towards the government. And I feel like, it goes back to the story of them wanting to destroy the government, I think, ultimately, right? In the sense of like, we want people to suffer in some way, right? So this is, the money has a whip. So the money it's literally what they're doing to us, right? And so it's like, they like try to like make us pay. So they're pushing, the money people are pushing for changes in the government through him, okay? Him meaning Trump. Okay. And now for the other little cards here, more information. It's like, I feel like he worked, I feel like this is actually more about him exactly. Koch brothers, Mercers, working, you know, I feel like Bannon is saying like, oh, I worked for this. I really cared about this. And, you know, this like made him depressed or something. But it was like, and almost, so I feel like he's sort of regretting, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It's like he's regretting how it turned into like a nightmare. And it's like, that was like never gonna end, because it's like this long standing nightmare, like the grief that is a long way, like a long, because of this deal. So ultimately, I feel like he realized he couldn't do much, because the deal was too big. The deal with the Russians or who went, and the money people was just like they had to pay back, you know, in policy. So it was like a very heavy cross to carry. Okay. And then here we have, oh, this is interesting. So here is Mueller, okay, in Russia, because a court person, meaning a judge, is looking at Russia. Sad news. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sad news. Why? What happened? And the money. This is the money, like gaining lots of money. So he's looking, is like, Mueller is like, has very bad news for people who got this crazy amount of money. And here's Trump. Okay, so money. How come Trump got all this money? Because Russia is right here. So Russia brings sad news ultimately, okay, for Trump. So, okay, guys, so let me close my eyes, because I feel like there's several things here that I want to know more. Because it's like, I feel like what it's saying here is that he knows more details about the money, or the exactitude of the quid pro quo, and how Russia started like pressuring them further and like limiting what they could do. Okay, so I'm gonna oh wow, Cynthia Allen said FBI visited Bannon at home last week. Yeah, so it's possible. Okay, so let me close my eyes here, and go back to Bannon and like see him talking to Mueller. So what is it? What is the deal here? I feel like Bannon is saying that they had a plan. They had a plan to like reorganize the world picture, and I felt like they had something in common with the Russians. They were like, you know, we're kind of on the same. We can like work with them together. But as it went on, it became, after the government, you know, thing, it became clear that the pressure was getting bigger and bigger and bigger from the Russians, and that he lost control himself. I'm talking about Bannon, because it became completely dominated by the Russians and what they wanted. And I feel like, and I'm seeing here Stephen Miller talking, like Stephen Miller is barking at them. Like he has some people and some person I don't recognize in the White House that are like messengers. Okay, so like, so in the sense of like, there's somebody or two or three people there who are constantly telling them what the other side wants. Okay, so they know, it's almost like we see this chaos, but in reality, they have a to-do list that is like told them in a way. Okay, so I feel like it's kind of like I'm like looking at the screen a little bit. So it's just like I just want to close my, like I feel like it's just I feel like they lost the thread a little bit, because it's like they wanted it, so it's like they want the loans. They're like, we gave you money, now we want the money. It's like the money that he's describing here is ginormous, but so is the price. Like they're saying the Russians are very tough negotiators, they're professionals, they've done this before, they don't care. And Trump is like, he's very money hungry, and he's imagining how great he's going to be, like a sultan, like a king, like what's he's going to do with the money, how great his house is, everything's going to be gold. And he's like a child, like chasing the fantasy. And the Russians give him more and more fantasy, so that he's forced to do what they want. But he realized, like Trump gets very frustrated because he can't do what the Russians want, because there are so many obstacles. So he retreats. He's saying like Trump retreats into fantasy life. Okay, to think that he's like this king, his person, and that person. He can't deal with reality. And he's saying the Russians are so great because they know how to play him, and they are not letting it go. They're saying, we have this and that information. If you don't do A, B, C, or D, then he goes. Okay. So I feel like what I'm getting here, he's completely delusional. Honestly, guys, it's like today, as you know, I saw that those early cards today. And now the visions that I'm seeing here through what Bannon is saying is like, whoa, like he's not capable. And I'm thinking, I'm saying like, Jarvanka, what's his name? Jared went there. Like he's saying Jared is a vampire. Like he's a person who's like, he went there because he wanted to get the deal. Okay. Like kind of, he wanted to get deals done. He needed money. That's why he's there. That's why, because he's the person you have to get to in order to remember how now that I'm remembering, around the time he was elected, there was this conversation about how you had to talk to Jared if you wanted to do any business in the White House. And that's because he gets the cut of stuff. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. But what I'm getting here is like Trump, like living in this fantasy land where he's a king, and like the Russians, like, yeah, you're the king. Yeah, you could do this, you could do that. But in order to get the trillion or whatever money I told you, you have to do this, man. You really have to do this for me. Okay, just this one, but otherwise it won't be. Like mobsters, like literally. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I feel like they're playing, and it's like they're like saying, hey, they have spies everywhere. Like all the people that are surrounding Trump, not all of them, but a lot of them. Okay, so they are like, he's quote unquote reminded all the time of like what he's supposed to do. Like there's people looking over Trump, like in the sense of like working. This is why I always told you guys, like there's people, like I remember Stephen Miller. I think it's still somebody else that I don't recognize. I don't know who that is, but another, maybe two other three people. They let go of some of the people that publicly that were like that, and these people are going to jail also, by the way. But I feel like this is why these people are there in the White House, not just because they work for Trump, because they work for the Russians. It's almost like they're the manager. You know what I mean? Like even though they're lower in the. I feel like not like tarotpolitics. No, he's like a kind of stocky guy, maybe overseer, sort of like that manager. Yeah. So even though like this person or these people like supposedly work for Trump, Trump knows that they're like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, like mob movies when like there's a guy in the corner who works and you're supposed to pay him back, but the big boss is another one who's never on the street, but there's a person who works on the street, and you have to like, because Trump has this multiple thing where like it's like a child, right? So it's like the person who can make his dreams come true are whatever, Putin or somebody, but he doesn't have direct access to Putin, so he has to like, do A, B, C, or D in order, and he's always promised like, oh, it's going to get better, it's going to do this, like it's like a child, promising him things and all these things, but like threatening him. It's like they keep him in this kind of like fantasy land, carrots, exactly, sort of like that, like, oh look, but it's like I see them talking, like telling him about castles in the air, basically, like kind of like, oh, there's a huge palace with gold everywhere, and he's like, oh my god. It's like, how children, like they're like, they think they're like, I'm the, whatever, I forgot you call it, the boys are like, I have a sword and I have this. He's like that, but he believes that actually. Exactly. But how kids they have that, like when they're, they're playing with each other. They're like, I have a sword and I'm this, I'm the king. But it's like him. He's like that. Exactly. Except that he's the president. You know what I mean? He lives in a fantasy land. That's what I'm getting. Clearly, he lives in a completely like, and it's like, and the reason why I feel like he's making more sense, why he hates so much, what's his name, Mueller, is because he thinks Mueller doesn't want him get to get to the castle. He wants the castle. Mueller is in front of the castle. You know what I mean? He doesn't care that, like, he doesn't understand the concept of a crime. He understands that Mueller is in front of the castle. Like get away from my castle. Okay, like that's why he's always like, I was working, like I said, I worked on the meditation thing, whatever, and I talk about in the meditation about the light breaking up the, the illusion that he always puts on. Okay, so the reason why he wants, like, he wants the illusion so that like he can he can go back to his fantasy world, because the Russians are going to give him a castle. That's what they said. Okay, so it's like the Russians are going to give him a castle. Mueller is not going to give him a castle. So he doesn't like Mueller. Okay, so it's like whatever. People want, they hate their haters. They hate me because I deserve the castle. He doesn't. And he can't get a castle because he's not as good as me. He's not as like whatever. Those kinds of things. Like that's the level we're dealing with here. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, oh my God. So that's that, guys. Okay. So the next part is like what happens to, and this, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it makes sense with the, with the first cards I pulled out today, that he thinks he's so great and he's like always thinking like he's so great. Oh my God, but the stress, there's like a massive amount of stress, the pressure. And I think Bannon is describing this, the pressure cooker inside the White House, because they have to deliver the thing to the Russians. Because the whole fantasy is based upon this idea that he is going to deliver, he's going to have a huge amounts of money or castle or whatever, you know what I mean? And like, until he delivers what the Russians want, he won't get it. Okay. And like, they know that he probably will not do it and he will not get it, but they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So this is why there are people, somebody asked on YouTube and I didn't respond. It was like, why hasn't Trump followed, stopped the Russian, whatever, the sanctions? And it's like, hello. And now I see it even more, because to him, the government is a means to an end. Like, he's just here because he wants the pot of gold in the end. That's really all he cares about, honestly. So it's just like, it's showing this even more clearly, and he sees everybody else as a nuisance, the whole governing process, doing everything. And it's like, and I feel like Stephen Miller has, he does a lot of work, Jared, but these people are so incompetent. Okay. And because I feel like they don't, and I feel like, oh my God, maybe I'm getting Stephen Miller or somebody else too. I forgot who. There's people, they don't let Trump make decisions. Like they only let people talk to him who are, how do you say it? Not just yes men, but men that are approved by Russia, because Russia is in control. You know what I mean? And this is why he always cuts off. Like, if you say to him, you can't do something against Russia, and from his perspective, it's saying, you don't want me to get a castle. Okay, it's like, but it's almost, because guys, like I said, in my meditation, I was like, seeing the dark clouds that he builds, that to him is a means to an end. Like, what he wants is to be the king, and he wants to have a little castle. But not even he wants dynasty. It's more like he wants, I feel like I see the fantasy, like these cards, like very clearly, like a castle, like a Middle Ages, and like, feudalism. That's the closest thing historically I remember. It's like the Lord and all the people begging, oh, please, please. That's what he wants. Okay. Not even even before pre-monarchy, even, because monarchy had, you had to, like, if you've read, just the whole thing about the French period, it was pretty like orchestrated. There was a lot of theater. There was a lot of pomp and circumstance. He doesn't like that. He's very simple-minded. Okay, he's very like peasant-like in some ways. He's not because some of the kings were refined in some ways. Okay, but he's not like that. He's just like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he'll be. Yeah, he has a little lips. Yeah, whatever. Like, he has a disgusting little, yeah, exactly. He's still exactly at McDonald's, but he wants exactly. But now, guys, everything is making sense, because I'm understanding why he likes. We think the whole like obsession with gold is ridiculous. Like, how could somebody be like that? But he lives like a child, and that's why he likes the fantasy. He doesn't actually like, for example, if you have a lot of money, you're going to collect all these very expensive art, very expensive antiquities. No, he doesn't like the real thing. He likes the fantasy. And this is why I feel like he likes the vulgar and the obnoxious and the obviously fake stuff. And I feel like now I'm getting why the people who are poor really like him, because to them, it's the same thing. It's like, they just like the fantasy. They don't want to sit in the maple wood, desk that they bought at Sotheby's for whatever, $700,000 or something. They don't care about that. They just want something that when you walk down the street, people say, you're rich. That's it. And so this is why, because it's all a mental fantasy for him. Okay. So, oh my God, guys, this is kind of crazy. I feel like what started with Bannon, but now we're like at the mental like space of Trump. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's kind of crazy. Goes. Oh my God. So, okay, let me like kind of go back. Keep talking, guys. Keep asking me things. I'm just gonna. Oh no. I should ask what happens to Bannon, because we you know, I entered the reading about Bannon, and then we got into Trump here. So we should continue. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, even Renoir. Renoir is the classic, the painter who people who don't like art or are not very knowledgeable about our history get. It's like the classic art kind of painter. Anyway, not a whole other conversation. So basically, okay. So anyway, so guys, let me go back here and think about Bannon, because we're still, because I feel like I went on this like huge tangent. So let me think now about where we're going, okay? Which is, what happens to Bannon after he talks, or like after he talks? Yeah, what happens to Bannon after he talks to Mueller? Okay, are you guys okay with me moving on a little bit, like going back here to to wrapping up this? You know, maybe more information is going to come out, okay? Because it could be saying more stuff. So what happens after he? You know what happens after he talk? Like right after, because this would be interesting. Because what's the impact basically? I pull up, but the question is going to be, what is the real impact of Bannon's testimony and the whole investigation and the fate of Trump? Like, what's going to be the impact? That's cool. Oh, wow. Norman, interesting. Diane and Sam related to Norman Vincent Peale. He's my third cousin. That's cool. Anyway, so, all right. So here, what happens to the investigation? Like, how will Bannon's testimony impact Trump and the whole investigation? Okay. Oh my God. So crazy. Okay. Ruth asked, who does Mueller talk to after he talks? But that'll be difficult, guys. But he's talking to so many people. Okay. But let's see. I could try to think about it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay. So here, I just asked. So what is after Bannon talks? What happens? Like, what is the consequence of Bannon's testimony to Trump and the investigation? Okay. So disappointment and change. Okay. I feel like. Oh, and I feel like, okay, this is a tower. So I feel like Bannon here succeeds in the sense that he burns the house down. And oh my God, I see Bannon right now kicking like the trash can. He's like, I did it. Like here, him kicked. Yeah, Trump Tower, my ass, whatever he's saying. He's like, whatever, you think you got to win? You're not as good as me. I'm the president. You know what I mean? He's like drunk. So you older me, and you're not who you think you were, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm gonna take you down. I don't know. So anyway, so it's like okay, where were we? Okay, so yeah, like here, it's like this is interesting because to the investigation, he puts it to on a whole new level. It's like a gift, positive change through a gift. Okay. Because it's like, oh my God, someone said become an actress. It's a whole other story, guys. It's crazy. So anyway, so it's just like he turns this disappointment. So it's like I feel like he turns this disappointment into like he destroys it, right? I feel like it's very interesting. It's like, and Brazil, there's all these soap operas, and I grew up. There was one great soap opera about the corruption. Actually, it's funny, and there was like a woman who was an alcoholic. And she's like, and actually her face is funny. It becomes memes. There's like, there's a meme, like a woman who's like this. And it's this woman, her name is Renata Soha. It's like an actress. And she was drunk. She was always like, you think I'm going to get away with this? And like, you know, she was like, anyway, so it's just like Bannon. It's just like, I don't know. It's not over yet, okay? So anyway, so that's it, guys. So anyway, so he gives a gift to the investigation. The whole thing is like, it's kind of funny. This whole like us talking, it's like I'm supposed to be like a serious person, like talking about the cards and everything, and like, you know what I mean? Then it becomes like I'm pretending to be drunk. And then anyway, so here is like the public is gonna be kind of angry, okay? But it's good because I think Bannon, oh my god, you guys are gonna love this. You're gonna love the last cards. It's like, so Bannon won the war. Like, look, these two cards together. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's Bannon, the last card. Like, what is the question? This part of the question: what happens after Bannon talks? What's the consequence to Trump and to the? Because by the way, guys, a little story about this deck. Let me show you actually the cover here. It comes in a little tin. Pixies and the Lenormand. So what it does, the way that they designed the second deck is really by copying, because this is why I bought this first. It was the first Lenormands I got, because I'm very familiar with the imagery in the Raider Waite. So this is I just wanted to show you this because it's exactly the same background, okay? And this is repeated. This is why it matters, okay? So it's like, I'm Bannon, and I'm like seeing him. I got an image of like Bannon, like drunk with like swords. It's like, I told you it's gonna kill you. I'm like, and he's like, boom, 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 like kills, kind of like, you know, those like I'm thinking, I don't know, Diane is a Hollywood, I don't know, Hollywood, maybe the movie person, I don't know, those, you know, those like at the end of the movies, you know, the movie with Al Pacino, everybody dies, you know, it's like Scarface. Yeah, so it's like this, that's it. Scarface. Bannon. Can you imagine? Bannon's the guy. Can you imagine? That's it. It's like nobody. It's like dead. Painful ending, dying. Imagine someone gets it. Oh, what do you see for my future? Or like, well, there's a new beginning. I don't know. What do you say after this? It's like Ben, I won. I'm the president. You took my job. I'm the guy who should have been president. You know, that's it. So that's it. He revenge. You know, the revenge. It's like I feel, you know, guys, I'm feeling it. I feel like Bannon is like, dude, I win. Oh my god, I don't know. I have to look at this Diana because I don't know anything. I'm like a bad, like I watched a few movies and I forgot about them. So Dillinger to Johnny Depp from Republican. I have to look it up. I have to make a note and look at. So yeah, so it's like, oh, doesn't drink. Yeah, what like? Well, he's probably like, you know, I've drunk, like he drinks so much vodka that he does not. It's like he has a storage of vodka inside of himself, so he never has to drink again. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't believe, I mean, whatever. He's like drunk for life or something. So, oh my God, maybe, I don't know, guys. Jesus, I don't know. I'm so not like, I feel like I've never done like really drugs because I feel like I'm already kind of a drug. You know, I am kind of crazy a little bit, like kind of like, so I'm drugs as is. Okay, so that's it. So end to the public life too, because this is the public in society. So I feel like it's an ending to you know, to the whole situation. So it's like it gets better to the public. The public is happy with what they found out, okay? And it's a gift, but the gift brings an ending. Okay, the gift brings an ending to who, right? Trump. That's it. Well, how do you say? What was the song? It was like Trump funeral. The whole country sang in the funeral. There was a party in the funeral. He's dead forever in the funeral. The evil man. It's like, imagine, like, in the funeral. The whole, like, oh my God, can you imagine? We're all party. I'm like, I see that. I mean, I seriously see us singing, like, though everybody's happy in the funeral. We all, like, you know, we're part, like, the greatest party of all time. I'm sorry to say, sorry, God, that I'm like wishing, like, I'm like celebrating somebody dying, but they're not dead yet. I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna pray tonight. Okay. Anyway, so and you know, guys, I'm getting a vision. Okay. I feel like oh my God. My favorite card just came up. Look, prison. If it's not either he dies or goes to prison, or both. Can you imagine? Exactly. We'll celebrate together. Oh my God. This is a gift. Receives a gift. What is your gift? Hey, Dotard already got a gift. What is it? Jail time. Like, oh my God. What gift? Here is you're gonna move. We're gonna move to a big castle. It's a castle. What castle is it? Alcatraz. We opened it up just for you. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a gift because of marriage, you know, the house, whatever, the deals in the house. False person, yeah, false person in the White House, you know, made deals and got gifts, yeah. So, yeah, so I feel like, you know, goes to prison because he's a false, he got gifts as a, you know, as a result of the deal and those gifts and the deal about the White House, and became a false person. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so anyway, guys, so that's the story. I feel like that's what I feel, you know, guys, I feel like, boom, it's the end of the movie, you know, or, like he dies. Like after he, you know, and I'm getting here, guys, the moment, like when this is, I feel like Bannon's going to keep going to see that he really ends Trump. But right after Trump is done, so will be, I think Bannon gets to see that Trump is done. He lives long enough to see his guilt, to see all of this, but not much longer. I feel like he holds on to life until he gets his revenge. Okay. And I don't know, because I remember I had done a reading on him a while back that showed a book. And I wonder if he does write a book or if he's done. I feel like and I'm getting goosebumps. I feel like he finishes the manuscripts and then dies. The book is published after he dies or something, you know? I don't know. I don't know if it's true. So, yeah. I still, you know, guys, I saw the thing, I have to tell you more about, you know, the one time I saw Trump like twice in this room, like a kind of like a prison, but there's like a padded cells. I don't know what padded cells mean. What is padded cell? Does it exist, a place with padded cells? I don't know. I don't know if it exists, but I see there. Oh, is that right? Oh, because I see a room that has like padded cells. I'm like, what is that? It's sort of like, it's like the walls, almost like, you know, those karate like houses, you know, the things that are on the floor of karate things. It's like, it's on the floor. It's on the oh, okay. Yeah, it's in a place like that. Like I just saw the things that look like karate mats. You know, those like, you know, like almost like a canvas thing that has like a pillow but very flat. That's it. Like that's the place. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, because it's so weird, guys. I didn't know this. I just see it. I was like, what is with these like padded walls? It's so strange. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I feel like he's screaming and stuff. Padded cells. Oh, but not now. I think once the whole thing goes down and he's like in some sort of custody, he's in a custody, like like crazy, because I think it's the whole thing about the castle. Like I think he really wants his castle. Yeah, but this is past, Diane. Is after they catch him and he realizes like he's not gonna get his castle or whatever. He screams and like, you know. But I feel like I see him in this. It's so weird, like the place. You know, yeah, it's like the walls are like, but it wasn't completely very uncomfortable. It just had the padded thing, like the, you know, the canvas colored things, almost like there was like a wooden, I don't know, chair or something, you know, like a table or maybe a bed, but it was like, it just had those like padded things. Interesting. Okay. Wow. 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 Oh, and the other thing, guys, so I pulled what happens to Bannon, okay, after, because Because I just talked about what happens immediately after he talks, you know, as soon as he talks to, when everybody finds out what he talked about and everything, what happens to Bannon himself, the man, okay, not regardless of his like, how do you say it, you know, his own, you know, his thing. I think like, yeah, I don't know. You know, I feel like he makes, you know, I hear, and then the other cards I won't show you necessarily because it's not as like super necessary for this, but I feel like I see his family interesting. This is unexpected money. I feel like something comes to him. Maybe he organizes like an inheritance for his children. This is so weird. Where's the woman? There was a woman here. Okay, yeah. So this is a, you know, unexpected money. I feel like he may make money from something off of a book, yeah. And this is, I feel like his ex-wife or some woman in his life who is happy to see him like redeem himself. Okay, so there's an expectation. So this woman expects or waits for something. And there's a daughter. I think he has a daughter. I don't know if he has one or two, but I feel like I see him, maybe his deathbed or it's like he reconnects with his family. And this is like a, you know, a rich girl. Like I feel like in his living room is the last card. So it could be that like, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps, kind of sad. So this is like, you know, in the intimacy at the end, he is like comforted by, and I feel like, oh my God, I'm not getting goosebumps, but he's comforted by his family. I think the other daughter still, he doesn't talk to him, but maybe the last ex-wife or one of the ex-wives is going to be with him, and one of the other daughters. Okay. And yeah, and I feel like this one waited for him. Like there's somebody who likes him, like, or maybe somebody from his past or something. Okay. Yeah, I think so. It has 3 ex-wives, at least 2. He's been married several times, I think 3 times, but I think one of them, yeah, one of them, not like from like, I think a much long time ago. Okay. That he was like this person that finally he understands like how bad they talk, and he understands like the mistakes he's made. Okay. So things kind of end, you know, relatively well for him. Yeah. How wrong he was. Exactly. It was sort of like, no, well, you know, but you know what I mean? Sort of like, I feel like, and I'm getting like the sense that he's like the evil that I needed to get out went out. Like he has this primal anger about him. And I remember watching the video, I think he would talk in like 60 minutes or something. And he was like this. It was like, he has this like crazy anger, you know? And I feel like he lived that, like he got it out of his system. And like, maybe he could have directed it, you know, towards the end of his life, he's like, maybe I could have directed in a different way. But at least I feel like, you know, it got out of me. You got like from somehow yeah, exactly. The stuff, exactly. I think so. That's what I see, Jen. I feel like he's able to finish the manuscript before he dies, and it's published after he dies. Okay. I think so. That's what I'm sensing, because I told you there was the book. Okay. So, oh my God, guys, this is crazy. I like this reading. So interesting. I feel like I go, you know, now it's like more intense, almost like you know, go back and forth and go to different places. But it feels so human. That's what is interesting, you know, like these reading, maybe because now I'm like accessing other things as well. I feel like I'm much more after this reading of Bannon. I'm like, wow, Natalie, of course he does. Didn't you see that he talks to Mueller? Of course. Did you not like? You saw that I just said this, right? That he talks to Mueller, and then everything comes like he brings an ending to Trump. You saw this, right? Or no? Yeah, no, he definitely talks to Mueller. The house is just, he knows it's compromised, so he's not going to go there. But definitely, like I said to Elliot, I don't know if you're like maybe you weren't listening or weren't paying attention, or maybe it was disconnected. But basically, he really wants to talk to Mueller. Like that's his dream. He wants to talk to Mueller because he wants revenge. That's the point. That's the whole point of this. Okay, so that's it. No. Anyway, so Yeah. Oh my god. So anyway, oh my god, no. But Natalie, I hope I don't mean to like, I'm not rude or whatever. I hope I'm not rude because so no, but really. So anyway, guys, so oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god. Because it's like Natalie asked that, and I was like, what? Like that was the most gripping moment, the most unexpected moment, I think, to me anyway, that he actually really wants to talk out of everybody. Everybody was running away from Mueller, but he's like, Mueller, there's a lot that I want to tell you, man. Oh my god, Diane, it's okay. It's okay. You're like, I'm getting it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's cute. All right, but that's okay. It's kind of, embarrassing a little bit. So anyway, so I was gonna say, so yeah, it's just it's kind of intense, guys. I feel like it's kind of amazing because I feel like I just lived a play right now. It was like so all this intensity of emotion, like a tragedy. Really, this feels like the Bannon reading now is like a tragedy. You know what I mean? It's like this whole like, I don't know, all these like Shakespeare. Exactly, it's sort of like yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like intense, and I feel like this is why the mafia movies, it reminded me of the movies. I'm not as good, I don't know all the characters and names and everybody, but I feel like that's what it is. It's like Bannon in the end, he has a much bigger role to play because ultimately he wants to show, like he wants to tell the story from his perspective. Like he doesn't want Trump to be the guy, you know what I mean? Because I think historically Trump always takes the credit for everything, but now it's like, I don't know. It's interesting. And the guy, now I'm like going back to the thing, guys. It's so creepy. I didn't know the whole padded walls thing. I'm like kind of creeped out by it. That I saw him like twice in this place, padded walls place. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. So guys, I feel like this was very intense, but we have time to do another one. Not as intense as this one. Definitely not Cambridge Analytica. Kellyanne, and maybe you got, yeah. Oh my God. And the other thing I'm getting, he's on a floor just to himself. There's nobody else in this place. Hope and Kellyanne. Let's see. Hope. Okay. Hope. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, because you know what? Hope because it's true. And this is going to be. Let's just. I feel like Hope Hicks is not a very interesting character anyway. So we just need to know: is she going to talk? Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? Are you going to talk? Castle, exactly. Bouncy. What is that? Oh my God. Patty Jo said from castle to bouncy castle. Oh my God. So, okay. So, oh my. Wow. So, okay. So let's see. Let's find out if Hope Hicks is going to talk. Okay. What's up with her? Just like this, right? Except with less color because she's not as rich a character as Bannon. Let me shuffle. Oh my God. It's like, I feel like now I have so many cards. It's almost like, it's like a rabbit, like rabbits everywhere. There's cards. Oh my God. Wow. This was intense, guys. I feel like, it's weird, because the whole thing with, I've done a little bit of acting, but I have always had this acting thing. But now I feel like it's like I'm possessed with like, kind of like spirits, but sort of like, the images of the things I'm seeing. So I perform them. It's kind of interesting now. It's like there's this whole other dimension to this. It's like channeling. Yeah, yes, but not in a way that is like, because I have to, this is funny because I am seeing the image in my mind and I have to explain what it is. So it's more interesting maybe because I can actually make it realistic, maybe more realistic. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Should a talk show be myself? Oh my God. It's funny. Oh, you know what? You're saying I should have a talk show. Imagine I should have a talk show. I have guests and I do like the reading card, like I read cards about them or something and talk. That's it. Anyway, so, I don't know. Anyway, so guys, seriously, like, let me do this. Okay, I'm finishing. I have to do this because I think about hope, Hicks. Oh my God, guys, I'm like, really, it's sort of like, I feel like it was this whole like very dramatic. I see it like Bannon like breaking, you know, like kicking things, feeling like he got revenge. It was very intense. This is why I feel like, whoa, this is like, it's not like reading cards, just reading cards. It's like more. It's like, okay, yeah. So what does she know? You know, let's see what's like. What are her plans? Like, what are her plans to talk? Like, what does she want to talk about? Right? Like, what's on her mind? Sort of like Ben. Like, what's on her mind? Exactly. I get involved. That's right, Cynthia. Exactly. It's more. It becomes, and I think maybe this is why I think people maybe connect with this, with the things I'm doing, because it's sort of like it becomes human. It becomes a real story. It's not like, I don't know. I feel like this what we're living is so difficult to even understand what goes on these people's mind. It's so strange. It's like, who are these people? They're so bizarre. And now I feel like I get the human side of them. You know? So, okay, so Hope Hicks. Hope Hicks, I know you're pretty, but I feel like you're a snake. Like, I feel like, and that's funny, I close my eyes and I'm shuffling the cards and I see her like, I'm so popular, I'm so beautiful. She's like, I'm gonna be the queen, and when this whole thing goes down, I'm gonna be the one who like won because I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell how what happened. That's what I feel like. Exactly, Ruth. Exactly, like what planet? Isn't it hard, guys? I feel like it's almost like we need therapy to understand this government. You know what I mean? Like, it's so complicated. Like, why? It's so strange. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? What solar system? Exactly. It's like, whoa, what is this? I need a manual. To understand or something. But I think it's slowly. They're all like, different shades of crazy. 50 shades of crazy. Oh my God. So yeah, so anyway, so the Hope Hicks, yeah, I feel like she's like, I'm so popular and I'm gonna nail everybody. I'm gonna talk, and I feel like she's innocent dupe. Yeah, I feel like she's just at some point, and I remember this guy's. I did a reading on her. It was a pretty early reading, and I remember seeing that at some point at that time she was kind of heartbroken over something. But in the sense of like she became disillusioned, I think is the word. Okay, so she became cynical at some point. She's like, well, I'm here, so I might as well. It's not like I'm gonna get a job. She's like ahead of she obviously only got her job because she's pretty or whatever. So it's like she's not qualified to do, she would not get as a good a job elsewhere. Okay, that's the only reason. So she just stayed, and she, Cynthia really is. She's saying her parent. I feel like I read that her parents are very conservative. Okay, I really read that, and she went to school at like Southern Methodist or something. There's like Southern colleges that is like probably like full of sororities or whatever. Those places like kind of shade. Like I would not want to. You know what I mean? And the thing is, she's from Greenwich. So it's like she comes from money, at least some money, or she would not be. It's like the most expensive city in Connecticut. It's just whatever. It doesn't matter. But basically, it's very, like, very, very, it's probably like the Beverly Hills of like the East Coast or something. I don't know. I don't know if it makes any sense or something like that. But yeah, exactly. Well, but I feel like Cynthia is just like, I feel like because it's interesting. I see her like, I see photos of her, and I was looking at, I told you about the body language website, and the guy had a photo of her where she was like showing, she was like this, like she was talking to somebody and lifting her armpits. And he was saying that this is a sign of like a person young woman who's like, who wants to show off her sexual like prowess, or she wants to she wants to give out the vibe that she's attracted to somebody. So I feel like she has almost like a masculine, I feel like she's like alpha female, kind of like that. Okay. Like Demi Moore character movie, like, I am so hot. You don't know who you're talking to. I am going to be the queen of this place. Whatever, like that. Like, I don't know, something. Yeah, exactly. Big ego, kind of like that. Like, she's like, no, Like, she's not, okay, yeah, she's like, okay, yeah. So anyway, she's like, everybody wants me, but I am going to do it my way, kind of thing. Like whatever, yeah. Daughter, yeah. So yeah. So anyway, so let me think about. So who are you, Hope Hicks? What's on your mind? Are you going to talk to Mueller? What's the deal? What happens after she talks? I think she's going to talk. What's going on with her? Okay, just tell me. Okay, I'm shuffling for hours. I have to shuffle less. I feel like I shuffle too much, and then indecent proposal. Yeah, maybe something like that. Exactly. Diane said. I keep thinking of because it was like kind of like a Demi Moore character like that. She's like, she's too hot, and men can't, Yeah, indecent proposal. Yeah, exactly. Indecent. Jen said, yeah, because I just looked at below. Jen's, yeah, exactly. So it's like men offer her things and she accepts it, but then, those kinds of things. So I feel like, really, I think she's very attractive. You don't think she's hot outside of Greenwich? I think people think she's attractive. I think she's beautiful, like, kind of like a model-y kind of way. She reminds me of that, I don't know if Hillary Rhoda, a model. Like, she has that very patrician. Well, it's funny, now that she's in the Trump administration, I do not associate her with classy at all. But before she was wearing, like, she wears this kind of like weird clothes or something. Like, I don't know. Weird. Okay. All right. So Hope Hicks, what's the deal? Hope Hicks. Okay. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Because guys, let me just get some tea, but I wasn't super clear about the simple cards. I feel like she gets some sort of offer. This is either leadership or money offer. I don't know what this is about. Okay, and balance and change, or moving to something better. I don't know if it could be her. Maybe she's the boss, or like she changes, like a move, financial move. Like she gets to a better position financially. Okay. No, it was the other way. So yeah. Like this, yeah. So financial improvement. Okay. Because of an offer. Now this is like offer. It's weird. I'm getting something about money. I don't know what it means necessarily. And I'll show you why it's a little strange here. And this is upside down, meaning, the wrong values card in public. A group of people. Group. Public offer. Yeah, public gift. Public offer. Financial offer. Public change. Okay, so we'll see. Okay. Now, then I pulled out these other cards and I'm like, okay, weird. So, okay, guys, this is like, I have to close my eyes with this too, because it's very unexpected what came out here. Okay, so the good man is Mueller. This is Mueller. Okay. On this other, card set. this is a false person card. Look how funny. This is like, you know, the evil woman. And she's lying. Basically, she's lying to Mueller. That's, if I'm getting it correctly. Okay. Do you think it looks, yeah, I don't know if it looks like her, but yeah, it could, right? It's like, so Mueller, and it's weird because this is, guys, this is why it's kind of shady. Okay, so this is, you're gonna be like, you're not gonna believe the cards that come, but basically, like, okay, Mueller's like, that bitch thinks she can mess with me. I'm gonna send her a long way. So it's like, okay, look, long way. So it's like, bitch, take that road, okay? So it's like, you know, she's like, bitch, look at that road. It's kind of long. You're gonna have to walk that road, okay? Why? Where's that road lead to? Why? You see that? He's like, you see that building on the other road? She's like, maybe. What is it? Prison. What? And then it's like, not only that, but court. So it's like, it's really weird. It's very strange. Like, it's so strange. I have to like find out more, guys, before I even, because I have to mentally adjust to what I'm looking at here, because you know what I'm thinking here? Like, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so it's like, because, you know, Mueller is almost like, Jesus. Okay, I don't want to be like, you know, blasphemy or anything, but I feel like he's kind of, you know, like God, or, you know, almost, right? So he sees everything. It's like you can't hide stuff about him because he knows, okay? So she's like gonna lie to him. He's like, are you like, it's like, is this woman dumb or what? Okay. He will, what is this word of the pardon, Natalie? Pardon, I don't think it even exists. Like, you know, Trump is like, he's in the mental institution. He can't pardon anybody. He's like thinking about castles. He's not thinking. Pardon is just like a distraction that he came up with. Okay, so basically, okay, so Mueller is like, okay, like, you know, so she thinks she's gonna, like, you know, she's gonna be clever, but he's like, you know, keep walking. Perp walk, basically, right? This is long way to prison, or long time in prison, because of legal issues, okay? Because she just lied, I guess, okay? Now let's see. We have to find out, because this is like, I have to like, you know, pull out more cards, like what is, you know, what she's gonna say, because now what I'm seeing here, and this is why I think it's, I don't know if it makes any sense, guys, and this is why, you know, I don't know what this means, but I feel like this is some sort of financial offer. No, I don't think Mueller is like, he doesn't, you know, it's like, I feel like I feel like this is some sort of financial offer that she gets, and she might accept it, okay, from maybe something. I feel like this is like, there's no cards of cheating here at the same time, okay? So I don't, you know, actually maybe not, but because the cards are quite positive. It's like, you know, she has a gift to the boss. Things improve in the public. It could also be that, you know, whatever she has, she gives, and this improves this, but it seems very vague. I'm not really getting what it's saying here, okay? So anyway, but you know, the other set of cards is saying something, or maybe they're saying different things. We'll have to find out more, okay? Let me now pull out what happens, you know, does she talk to Mueller? What happens when she talks to Mueller, when and if, okay? What does she say? Does she lie? Does she tell the truth? What happens? She's talking about corruption, lady, ending. Yeah, an ending. Yeah, you know, I don't know, because I'm so shocked by this, you know, that I don't really understand, like, what is happening. Let me just pull out this. Is she going to tell, is she telling Mueller the truth? Will she tell Mueller the truth just to, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think is she telling Mueller the truth? I think so. It's weird. I don't know what this means, guys. Is she the one? I feel like, oh, you know what this could be? Oh, this is why. Okay, this could be. This is why, because I'm like, okay, this is, I'm seeing the ending card and everything. This is what this could mean also. That she she could be an informant for Mueller also. This could also be a different interpretation that could make sense, because she's a false person in the sense that she is a spy and she creates the path to jail for him. This could also be, okay. This could, because I feel like it's weird. Okay, let's see. It's because it didn't say that she's lying. Okay, I asked if is she going to tell the truth. I think so. Okay, so it's possible that she's an informant of some sort. Okay, let's see. Let's tell you what it's showing. Okay, because if she was the snake or the fox, could have been. Okay, so this is a card of the deals. So she discusses these deals. I'm sorry, money situations. Okay. And this is a card. They were happy about corruption. It makes more sense. I feel like, is she going... That was a more fun story, but yeah, informant. More than informant, because it's a person who's living. She's living like this daily. Moles, yeah. But I feel, guys, it's more. I feel like she must be wearing wires, possibly. It's likely that I'll find out more. But basically, she talked about corruption. And you know why? This is why. Because here is also the meetings. But like I said, when in this situation, for some reason, I'm now seeing all of these, like the bird card as a card of a person who who records the conversation. Okay. But Natalie, Page is not in the White House. Mueller has moles in the White House. Page, what do you mean Page? Do you really think that Page is an informant to Mueller? Natalie? Yeah. Carter Page, why? I don't think what does Carter Page have to do with anything? What is your theory, Natalie? So, anyway. So, yeah, I think Page is a Russia person. I think he is much more connected to the Russian people than to Trump. I don't think he's he's not an informant at all. I don't think. I think he's just what do you mean a mole? I don't think so at all. Actually, I've never done a reading on him, but I think he's done. That guy, jail is closed behind him. He's done. Like, I mean, that guy, are you kidding? Like, he has a FISA, like, yeah, I don't think that, yeah. By the way, Natalie, where are you from? Where are you located? Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, no, I think has nothing to do with any, like, I feel like he's just so obviously, yeah, I don't, honestly, does anybody think he's double agent? What do you mean by, tell me, guys, I don't know. Oregon? Oh, yeah, because I'm sorry, because I'm like kind of, I'm like, whenever I get these like weird, threads of conversation, I get suspicious. Yeah, he's just like, he's not, I don't think so. I think Carter Page is just he's a Russian, decoy. He's a decoy, basically. Like, like, let's throw him in that situation so he becomes a distraction. I feel that's as much as, I don't think he has much contact with the White House at all. He's not part of the inner circle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like, okay. So anyway, guys, so this is why I feel like she could be recording. I feel like she could be recording or talking about corruption. Okay, like I feel this is why she could be wired, because remember how in the Michael Flynn case, if you read the indictment or something, I forgot what you call that document, it said that he's supposed to work for the government doing anything, like he couldn't even force him to wear wires. So I feel like it could be the same case. Okay, so this is aggression from Russia. So I feel like it could also be her, but I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what happens here. So this is conversations about Russia, but I wonder if it could be her. Let's see what this is. Okay, so, and then guys, again, the coffin card ending. an aggressive ending. So I feel, you know, I wonder if this is her, because it could be she talks and she creates an ending. Records and meals, never see that. Yeah, I feel like, okay, the lady like the way lady creates an ending, or lady transition closes a chapter. Let's see here. So the conversation, the way that the cards are, it's like this is a conversation about Russia, because the direction is always the first card. So it's like conversation about Russia, conversation about corruption, and the corruption leads to an ending. Okay, so they're happy to create they're happy to be corrupt, but this corruption brings an ending, a pretty abrupt ending, and the lady brings an ending. So I feel like it could be her, actually, because she's the woman. That was just an excuse to call her back to report information without being suspected. Because you know what? Like, I feel like the way she dresses now, to me, communicates a kind of like she's alpha in a way. There's something like she's not submissive. I don't feel like she's a person who's like, oh, like she may act that way, like, oh, she doesn't talk much and so forth. But I feel like she's a survivor type. I'm a survivor, na, 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 you know, like that. She's like, I'm a survivor. Like, I'm going to survive this. Okay, so I feel like there's no reason for her to. Exactly. Yes. But I feel like, yeah, exactly. She's confident, but it's also like, I get the sense of like, I'm going to have the last laugh here. Okay. So that's what I feel like. She talks about the corruption and here, and I think this is why I went back, because I saw these other cards. This is a letter. Okay. So this is a letter about work. Oh, and these could be the emails, you know, she may provide something to them that communicate theft. So it's possible that she could, exactly. So I feel like she has documents that show corruption, or emails, and a deal that is that brings money. So I feel like she has access to some information, or she can provide them with actual documents that describe the situation. Okay, here, oh my god, yeah, that bring money. So it's like, so the cards, they have little names. Pleasant letter, meaning document. Work, occupation, but documents related to work. Theft, that are about theft. And you know, success in love means deals, like the ring, deals about money. So I feel like she has the information that she's going to give it all to Mueller. I feel like, okay, that's what I feel like. Okay, so what happens after, like, okay, once this whole thing becomes public, what happens to the investigation and or to Trump? Okay. Yeah. So here, this is another, you know, this is a painful ending. So I feel like it creates an opportunity maybe for Mueller to create a painful ending for a really, you know, so this is kind of accelerates something. This is a high priestess upside down, dark secret coming out about the election. Something, it could be related. Maybe what she has is related to the election. The opportunists behind the election here. Okay. Opportunity related to the election, the dark secrets of the election. This is a woman. I don't know if it's her. It could be her. She brings light into it. So she shows it. She's the one who brings it. And this is a document or a letter, financial letter. So it actually repeats what the other style of cards said, which is like there's a financial document that comes up. Clarity of documents. So meaning like success in the documents, meaning she gives them very important documents. Okay. And it becomes an opportunity to shed light into the financial documents related to the election. Okay, so that's it. Like election documents, light into the election. I mean, financial documents related to the election will come out. It's an opportunity to look at it. So she brings that. Let's see here these other cards, what happens after, interesting. So yeah, so it's interesting. I asked like what Diane said, Mueller has strong attorneys working with him, women attorneys. I think, guys, honestly, because this is just those readings, you have to know this is pretty big. Okay, so I feel like we would have to know their names. Okay, or otherwise, yeah, I feel like it could be her here. Okay, so it does not particular. It doesn't change the final meaning of anything. It's just as maybe a different thing. But I ultimately do think that it's that is it. Okay. So this is in conjunction with that, I asked, what are the consequences of her talking? This is a change. So there's a change, gloomy thoughts. So what I feel like maybe Trump or people in Trump's side realize that it's over, gloomy thoughts in the sense of like, it's like, the end is the real end. It's over. It's over, totally over. Oh my God, this is kind of amazing, guys. This is pretty interesting. So there's a card, this card in this it says this card is called Hope, Big Water. Can you imagine a card it's called Hope? So I feel like it's like it changed. They got really worried because Hope, that woman gave a gift because she gave everything. So you know what I'm saying. So I feel like everything changes for the worse for the side of Trump because they see that she gave them everything, right? So expectation. So it ends with the expectation. I feel like in the end, it's like this card is really pretty. I think this is a sad card. You see, looks like a surrealist, almost like the Giorgio de Chirico. If you know that painter, it's like there's a person here looking at the window from a house, sort of like expecting or waiting for something to happen. Feel like they know that it's the end is near. Basically, they're like just waiting for the last shoe to drop. It's over. Okay. With this, and then what happens to her after this whole thing? Yeah, I feel like she gets married after this for some reason to like maybe a military person. I don't know. Because I asked what happens to her. This is good lady. I don't know that it could be her. Okay, it's like an older woman. It could be an older woman, but I feel like could just be her. Okay, marriage card. Short illness. I feel like maybe she takes time off or rests or whatever. Military person and a child. So I feel like she takes time off to like get married and like, rest or whatever, be lazy. And then there's maybe a military person or a person of authority figure of some sort, maybe high ranking person who she marries and has a baby with. Okay. And that's it. All righty. Yeah, I feel like definitely. Oh my God, look, guys, now I got goosebumps. I was like, whatever, maybe I'm imagining these things, like whatever. What am I saying? And here's the cards for her. This is a card of like family, right? The house, family, and grows, heart, and ring. So it looks likely that she's definitely gonna get married to, heart and ring here in the family. And it grows. So I feel like she's just going to change. I feel like she may retreat, never again be in the public eye after she gets married. Okay. Anyway, so that's the story. Let me guys, we have 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes. Let me just close my eyes a little bit to see if there's any more information about her. Okay. I'm just going to close my eyes. So what's going on with Hope Hicks? What's up with her? What do you say, Hope Hicks? She's like, I got high fast. I played this game. I knew I didn't like it. Talking to Mueller was my way out of this. I hate this. I hate how they look at me. I hate how just what I got myself into, where I became. So, okay, guys, this sounds so specific. I know it sounds kind of crazy. She's like, they put something in my cell phone that tracks what I'm talking. something like that. They told me how to use my cell phone to, like, for some reason, what if I have my phone on, it captures the conversation, and I see like a little blue light or something, and that's it. I've given my life to them for, for these next 3 months. It's been maybe it's been 6 weeks maybe since she's been talking, and she's happy about it. And she's like, that's why I dyed my hair blonde. That's why I don't really care anymore, because I feel free. I feel powerful and I feel free. Okay, so, but I feel like, guys, I don't get her parents at all. I feel like not like I feel like it's a cliche, but she's kind of independent, in her mind. I feel like she knows what she's done. She knows what she has. She's like, I got into a very people thought I was just a pretty face. They gave me a lot, I got access to places because I was pretty, because I am pretty. But I got access to information that could kill the president, that could really destroy him. And that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing. That's the sense that I'm getting. Okay. Yeah. So I just feel like that's what I feel like. That's it. Yeah. And I feel like they're basically right now, and I'm getting, guys, there's people there, like over there, 2 or 3 agents or whatever who want, who go over the stuff that she's talking. I feel like they are definitely recording. I feel like they go over the text, not the text. Yeah. The how do you say it? The transcript of the stuff they record, and they're like, wow, she's kind of being brazen about it almost. They feel like they're just winning. I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong, guys. It seems like everything that I'm like, I feel like it's a soap opera now, this stuff I'm talking about. It just seems so part of it seems so unbelievable. I feel like, guys, Trump, I go back because Jen said, do you think the memo BS is just a way for Trump to keep getting more info on what is going on in the investigation? I just feel like he just does what the Russians, like, I feel like there's a connection between the Russians and the White House. They're supposed to like repeat the propaganda. So this is just a form of propaganda that the Russians figured out to like try to like, push what's coming, push it away, push it away. I feel like he's, like I said, guys, after I saw the whole thing with the castle, he's crazy. Like, he's not even crazy. He's just an insane megalomaniac. He lives, this fantasy world. And it's not like it's not even deluded. Yeah, he's a person who lives in a completely fantasy world where he's a king or whatever he thinks he is. And so for him, it's not like how do you say it? Not even narcissist, like he's not aware of like the gravity of the situation. That's what I get. Okay, he can escape into his own world, and he's either not aware or he can escape it. He thinks he's just going to get away from it because he's the best. He's always got, it's like from his perspective in his entire life, guys. Can you imagine? It's very hard for us to imagine like living like him, because it's like everything was always handed to him. Okay, and he had that lawyer, Roy Cohn or whatever. So, oh, by the way, guys, Don Jr., Diane, not today, because I feel like, by the way, we have a minute and a half. But Don Jr., we have to ask, okay, tomorrow, maybe soon we should do Don Jr. Is Don Jr. aware of what? Aware? No, I think it's like, I feel like Don Jr. is basically like, I'm going to drink the same Kool-Aid as my dad. That's it. I feel like it's like he's a little bit more aware, but he's like, think about the reality of what's going on. It's much easier for him. Okay. Exactly. I think it's okay, but because it's also like, think about Trump. He's very, very old. Like, he's not like, he could still have a few more years, but he doesn't understand the life of others. He doesn't understand the consequences to his children. Otherwise he wouldn't have done it, probably. You know what I mean? That's why he was able to do this, because he doesn't see others. So anyway, so yeah. Oh my God, I love you guys. Yeah. So we'll talk soon. So 20 seconds. Yeah. So guys, I'm back at the same time, 7:30. Okay. And it was fun today. And see you tomorrow. And have a good night. All right. Okay. Bye. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, cars are falling. Bye. Good night.